Hello guys and welcome back to another Ark Nova gameplay review. This is Toby aka Randale und Hurra, and as you can already see, today I'm gonna review another game against Panda. I think the last video on my channel was also against him, but I played another interesting game against him yesterday or the day before, and he actually asked me to review it, so I thought, why not? It's interesting, it's a close game, and I'm currently doing better in Arena again. I think I'm top 100, or this game could have gotten me into top 100. I played a few games afterwards. We'll check this after the review. But yeah, overall, I'm feeling a little bit better again. I think my gameplay has improved in Marine Worlds. So let's see if this holds true for this game as well. We already start with some good action cards. I mean, Money Sponsors is widely received as the best action card. Also, Marketing Sponsors is really, really good. Yeah, no discard cards, not the best. Maybe some upside on Commercial Harbor or something, but on Silver Lake, definitely not better than the sponsor cards here. We are second player, and on Silver Lake, as I said, we have Predators, Reptiles, and Asia as projects. So I keep Money Sponsors, of course. And we get back to not so good action cards, I think, +1 build and snapping cards. So yeah, doesn't matter. I think snapping cards is a little bit better than +1 build. Although what I totally missed in the beginning is that the upgraded side of +1 build lets you build one or more different buildings. No, sorry, that's the same as the standard build, but on the bottom it says you may build more than one of the same standard enclosure. So I think there could be scenarios where this is helpful if you want to build two sizes, two free sizes. I don't know, some larger enclosures. Although you need to have the strength for it, so you need build strength 9 to build two 5-size enclosures, because you get 9+1 with this card. So yeah, still a very limited use case, but I missed it that you can build the same standard enclosure twice. Nevertheless, I think snapping cards is a little bit better, and we can give +1 build back and are not too scared. However, we do get no discard cards back, so I think those two should be the keeps here. And for me, they were. Panda has marketing sponsors that we gave him round 1 and actually took +1 build. I forgot about this, so let's see how often he uses it in the game. We start with a decent hand, I think. So first thought is Herpetologist is just great with a project here. We have an Asian monkey for Asia project with primate breeding, so we could work our way to 4 or 5 Asia. The Komodo dragon also matches 2 projects. And we also have sea animal management plan with 2 sea animals in hand already. So I remember this was a tough choice for me, because you could try to go for a round 1 sea animal management plan, although if you have to play 2 animals, it's always not that easy, because you would have to get animals to 5 or find an X token to boost it to 5 to play 2 animals, or take 2 animals actions to play 1 animal each action. So I think it's a little bit clunky, and I think that's why I ignored the sea animals here. I mean, you could get the chance to start a really good engine. But also what I thought is the filefish is usually a decent sea animal with a clever ability. But if I want to start a sea animal engine, I usually want the clownfish that gives me 2 appeal every time, or even the shark that lets you shark attack over and over again. So not that sure if I want to start an engine with those 2 reef abilities, saying that the Gobi only has the helpful ability. So yeah, I think the keeps for me were those 4. Don't forget to check the end games, and they will get interesting in the end of the game. We have architectural and specialized habitat. Um, let's see if I remembered this correctly, and yes, I did. We do have big nose here. I mean, we kind of start going towards monkeys and Asia, so it could be interesting. Release, not interesting for us, but maybe Panda has an Australian animal, but he doesn't snap it. He starts building a free size and takes the monkey actually. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. Publications, very interesting and strong card. But we start the safe way and take Asia because that's very crucial for our game plan to have the primate breeding locked in for round 2. Panda draws from the deck, and with money sponsors, herpetologist, even nicer, we get free money for free. Panda takes hand size, so I expect a break 5 move from him. So I just go ahead and build a 2 size. Very interesting placement. But I think I was counting in the 2 rep I get from the primate breeding. And with the 1 rep on the floor here, we are already at 4. So yeah, maybe after an animals upgrade, only 1 more animals action to upgrade another card. Or actually, we don't have the biggest incentive to go for another partner zoo here. Ideally, we want to get universities, either Reptile University or Predator University, and some rep. So I think the upgrade from 5 rep is more important than the upgrade from the second partner zoo. So that's why I started up here. Yeah. Usually not the starting point you want to take, but I think it's reasonable with the thoughts I just mentioned. Oh, Panda actually doesn't break. He has a Rhesus Monkey Park, so he's going all in on monkeys, and he did take sponsorship primates. Okay, really all in on monkeys. We've got a herbivore breeding program. This could be interesting with our Asia partner zoo or even the taper here. But I draw from the deck. Nice Australia Herbie combo. Also Blue Mountains National Park here. But I think that's not realistic that we get to keep those or one of those cards and even pick up the Blue Mountains National Park here. But Rock Monitor is nice for the herpetologist and the reptiles program or project. Penna is a sloth bear. Matches both projects, very nice. And I do have the time to build a 2 size for the monitor so that I can play 2 animals. I think that's also very nice. Also get some value of the sunbathing. I think I decided to sell both Dugong and Wombat. And I remember that I was discussing if it's worth keeping the Dugong. But I also thought, okay, we already have 2 or even 3 projects lined up. So usually I want to keep a dugong for if I have nothing else to do. But I think with all the projects, we find another animal that we can play. So I went for the early money. Also definitely questionable. I think it would have been good to keep the dugong, upgrade animals, 5 size here, very cheap spot, and play it relatively quickly. Panda takes time to play the sponsorship primate, so he's taking it very slow. And I take another cards action. Giraffe and jungle. Jungle is interesting. We already have Dusky Leaf played, but also know that Panda has the big nose. So not really want to give him a large release here. But yeah, I think now it's safe for us to cause the break. No, I play the free size before for the dragon, I guess. Oh, I can actually play it already for 6 appeal. So yeah, threatening to play the Komodo dragon. Gives me free Asia and free reptiles. Yeah. I mean, knowing that Panda took the round so slow, I think it's not a big mistake here. Let him cause the break. So what? I think the giraffe can go here. Not really any use for it. Apart from maybe the herbivore breeding program. And I remember how this felt. Very good. To see expert in Asia here. So primate breeding into snapping. Sponsors is at 5. After that, we can play it immediately and even get some money with it. So with money sponsors, we get free more money. I decide to upgrade a card, and it should be animals for another upgrade at 5 rep, I think. Panda doesn't have a project, but takes primate uni and gets a ringtail lemur. And we just go ahead with the plan to play export in Asia, pavilion over the money to get extra free money. And now Panda plays a 2-size animal. So not the lemur, obviously, but a hornbill, Asia again. And probably Clever's down build. Yeah. And yeah, we can just go ahead and play the Komodo dragon for 8 appeal. I think that's a reasonable move. Get another upgrade. I actually like cards here because we need some cards. We don't have any animals. And we don't really want to pick up the taper. So yeah, that's why I upgraded build. Okay, I have no idea what's the reasoning behind that. Maybe I want some flexibility, get some income with kiosk, pavilion, 2 size, 1 size. So whatever animal we find, we can build for it. So yeah, if 2 size is not the first reward, I started upgrading build more and more again. And also with Architectural Zoo as an end game, maybe reasonable. But yeah, I already know there's a lot of build upgrade haters in the community, so yeah, they are probably not too happy with me. But here's a nice kiosk spot for 5 income now. If we play build a pavilion next to it. Panda has taco, so gets another a Soch action, but does he have a project? Don't think so. So let's see what this card's action gives us. A Capuchin. We would need to take America's Partner Zoo for it. Coati is a predator and a bear, so just a very nice animal. And Breakthrough is probably dead. I don't think we get to 4 signs anytime soon. Publications, interestingly, still sitting here. Should be high priority for Panda. But he does have a project. Oh, he does have a primate management plan. So that could be a project with our Capuchin here. And the Dusky Leaf already played. But still, I'm not sure if it's worth to take America's Partner Zoo for that. We can also just take Reptiles Uni next round and hopefully get a playable reptile for 5 reptiles. And we already have 4 Asia, so maybe we find an Asian animal. He upgrades animals, and what was that? Primatologist. Okay, a little bit late for him, but he does have the lemur and he does have the big nose, obviously. So primatologist is just another tag also for the primates project he's probably putting out soon. And he does take snapping for publications, which is a good move. So now I go ahead and get my income up. 2 size next to rock for the Coati and 1 size more or less random down here. Panda plays Primatologist, gets another X token. So he's going all in on monkeys, and this is scary with the expansion. So I do a break 4 move here. It seems like. Just to get it out of the way. Could have played the Coati already. Ooh, and I do play the Taper from range. I mean, I didn't mention that there's a partner zoo on 5 CP. So yeah, maybe playing the Taper for the 1 CP and next round 2 reptiles. But that feels wrong because with Reptile Uni and Herpetologist, we basically get 5 reptiles for free. Not sure what the plan was with the Taper here. Digging is also nice, maybe get something better than the Breakthrough. Okay. Let's see. We get Savannah. At the same time, Panda already has a Sloth Bear in play, so we don't really want to release the Coati. That's why I dig it away. And we get a Badger, so another Predator, which is pretty nice. And there's a Lizard and the Pond Turtle, which was already there. So I think 5 reptiles is locked in for us. And Panda causes the break. And here we can discard the Capuchin, I think. Gets marketing sponsors and publications. Oh, I discard Jungle, okay. I mean, because of the lemur and the big nose, yeah, we don't really want to give it to Panda. He snaps a Vulture. That's Asia. Maybe also a release. And I get to snap one of the reptiles for the lizard. Although we already have the enclosure for the pond turtle. So now I think this is an interesting decision. We really want to support a project now to secure the second partner zoo. And we could support reptiles for 2, but as I already said, we have reptiles 5 in hand, basically. Um, we don't have a 5th Asia tag, so it hurts to support Asia for free CP here. But I do remember that I went ahead and supported Asia for free. And I think, actually, let me know what you think about this, but I think it was a good move because we secure the partner zoo, which is very important for our upgrades. We can actually take Americas and make the Capuchin playable. Which is not that good because Panda gets free money from his primatologist and then gives us 5, so he only loses 2. But yeah, it enables us to do primate management later if we can play it. And it's not like we need 5 Asia because we have 5 reptiles as our next project. And Predators is not looking bad either. So I think in terms of speed and tempo, it's better to just go for free CP here and then focus on reptiles and predators and get the game going instead of waiting for a 5th Asia tag, which might or might never come. So we get a partner zoo. It's America's upgrade cards, and we took 2 size. So we are slowly working towards architectural, but also we are at 27 points to 5 on Panda's side here, and we have 5 reptiles coming up, some nice playable animals here, so architectural doesn't really look that good. But also international zoo doesn't look that good. Or specialized habitat, sorry. Because we supported Asia now, and maybe we can get some America icons for 2 CP, maybe 3 CP. So we can afford to do a cards action here. Bamboo Forest. Interesting for the taper. The Duke would have been very interesting with our jungle. Foreign Institute. And yeah, I secured the Pond Turtle. So actually I don't even have to take the Reptiles uni. And now I was thinking about Reptile House. I think that's interesting because we get a free size, 2 size back and can fit those guys in as well. So let's see if I did it at this point. Yeah. Over the 2 card draws, that's risky because we have so many cards in hand and no hand size. We get a Lynx from the deck and a Muskox. Muskox is actually releasable. So that's a nice combo. Moving all the reptiles. But yeah. Now we just play 2 animals because Panda could easily break on us and make us lose 7 cards. And I do prioritize the reptiles here, although the lizard gives us 1 more card. Ooh, which is a spotted hyena compound. Very interesting for predators. And pond turtle, so we already have 5 reptiles. Panda takes 2 rep uni, gets 2 CP from last uni, and takes 5 money instead of adept. So he's happy with his endgame. And I think this was an interesting move. Obviously, it would be very easy to play the hyena compound here. But what do we do after that? We don't have a worker. We don't have money. We don't want to do cards because we already have a lot of cards in hand. And we do have a good game plan. We have 36 points. If we cost a break now, we can support reptiles for 5 CP right after that. The only problem, big problem, is we can only keep free cards if we break here. And I was debating this a little bit, and to be honest, I totally overlooked the fact that we have a really nice release with the muskox here. So yeah, muskox and bamboo forest is a very good combo. But at the same time, after 5 reptiles, we could either go for muskox release or just go for the predators and play hyena compound, keep badger, keep the coati, sorry. And yeah, not so nice with that is that we have to discard a lot of cards, but we don't want to stay in the round. Panda has 32 money. After animals gets another upgrade, maybe can do a full build action. Proboscis monkey gives him a lot of points. So I do go ahead and break away 6 of my cards. Yeah, and as I already spoiled, I just keep the predators. I want to go for 4 predators and actually don't even need the predator uni for it because we have a fox, a dingo, and a marten here. Dingo gives the most points after we play all these predator icons. Fox has a nice ability with clever, but marten gives us another pavilion to fill our map maybe. So let's see, what did I snap? I did snap the marten. And 2 size down here. I think that's not the best placement because if I place it here, I open up the space for a 5 size here and I don't kill the 4 size here. So I'm not really sure what I was thinking here. Oh, of course, I have to think about the hyena compound as well. This could go down here over the clever or up here over the 6 money. So yeah, probably both spots for large enclosures die anyway. Or maybe spotted hyena here and 2 size here would have left the 5 size open here. Yeah. And now we can just support 5 reptiles. Very nice. Although we know from the stats video that it's dangerous to play so many reptiles. And obviously marketing is very good, but 2 rep is also very important for us to get some more workers. And I did take left worker here because ideally we want to support another project or yeah, maybe start with unis. Let's see how far we can get. And now we have the interesting decision. And I would like to hear what you guys would have done. Because, I mean, the map is half-ish filled, but we are at 50 points. And we play some animals now and work our way towards predators. So we are relatively close to ending the game. And will we take time to build so much more? We have 3 size and 2 sizes open. So at this point, I thought architectural is not really looking great. Of course, we get the hyena compound that fills 4 hexes. But specialized habitats, we can go for Americas a little bit, which would be 1 CP if we only play 1 America animal. Yeah, not the easiest decision. I discarded architectural and I think it was a mistake because with good placement, I could have pretty safely got 1 or 2 CP from architectural, whereas specialized habitat is pretty uncertain at the moment. Panda takes time to take a partner zoo. Africa could be for a hippo. Or obviously a monkey. So yeah, he's at 9 points, but I think with Big Nose and the Monkeys project, he will catch up pretty soon. we need to find something more, so I just take a cards action, which doesn't start off pretty good because Ornithologist is useless at this point in time, and Native Seabirds is unplayable. We get an Octopus, and I take the Dingo, which is our fourth predator without taking the Uni. And he does play a Macaque, and we have to give 5 money or a random card. And actually, we do have 5 predator tags in hand. We have an Orny and Native Seabirds, which is not that interesting. And we have a random sea animal. So I think none of those cards is really super important for us. And yeah, Native Seabird's probably the best for Panda to get because he's very low in appeal. But he gets appeal from the Macaque now, and if he plays Big Nose, he should be over 25. So even Native Seabirds is not interesting for him, and that's why I decided to give him a card. He gets the Coati, one of the better cards in my hand, and also the 1 CP for my specialized habitat. So now we don't have any America. Maybe Australia is our best bet now, so not looking good for specialized habitat. Does play Proboscis, and yeah, he's at 29 now, so Native Seabirds would have not helped him. And now I X-Back build because we do have enclosures for what we want to do. And basically we want to play the hyena compound and then play all of our predators to hunt a lot and support the project ideally this round. Panda spends 3 X tokens to play primates. And yeah, now he's caught up in points, takes 2 size, gets a donation. Nice with, did he play publications? Yeah, with marketing. So yeah, he probably wants a break pretty soon. And I think I played this around too slowly because I probably won't have time to play enough animals and support a project. So let's see. We play the hyena compound. Should have hunted first. Some nice extra money, and we hunt an African penguin. And it does take the time to build. Builds a 5 size with build at 4. So he did use build +1. And we just go ahead, get our third worker. Play a marten to hunt something. Get some nice extra money. Tamarin, great animal but not playable. And then project plus conference on Australia, unlucky. And I think now our best move is to play the badger and boost animals up right again because we do have a lot of money. And if he wants to cause the break, then he can. Mandrill, it's very nice that Panda doesn't have the mandrill. And also didn't get the zebra because he's at 2 Africa already. It's very sad that we didn't draw the predator management plan. Would have been a nice project. But yeah, this way we boost up animals and basically kind of force Panda to cause the break soon. Because he takes a meerkat then. Probably just wants some sponsors that he can play during causing the break. And we go ahead with our animals. Dingo for some nice 7 appeal. And what do we hunt? Red panda. Unfortunately not playable with no signs. And llama. At least playable. And it's American for specialized habitat. So we could flock the llama with the taper or play the thorny devil inside the reptile house. Doesn't really make a difference, but yeah. The reptile house is here. We get free money back from herpetologist. Why not the thorny devil? And that's free Australia as well for 1 CP here. Panda causes the break before we can do 4 predators. And plays a meerkat den. We have to discard 4 cards, so bye, 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 bye. All of these are not playable or not worth playing. So yeah, we start off the round again pretty nicely with 4 predators. But what do we do after that? Because we don't have the enclosure ready for those sea animals, and a llama for appeal won't cross us. So we need something good, something playable. Panda snaps low mountain range, so he still has the vulture and has a 5 sizes ready for it. Maybe I could have denied this. I think the mamba should be the most interesting for us, at least 6 appeal. And 2 size. So you see, we are getting closer to filling the map, so architectural could have been better. And we see small animals here. We just start with predators and take 3 X tokens. So we need to start thinking about how we end this game, because on Silver Lake, obviously, we have determination here. So we need another project. And Panda takes time to play the vulture. We can expect to release him to release it. And he plays our Aquati that he pilfered. So Panda is in not the worst spot. He has 5 Asia now, and he has a vulture release. So he will catch up with us. And as you can see in our hand, we don't have a clear plan to end. So I really wasn't sure what to do here. And this is also the sequencing that was really not great. Spend an X token to build a large aquarium. So I'm going all in on the penguin octopus route, which could give us a better endgame, or at least with the Australia tag here, give us 2 CP from specialized habitat. Now we clever back sponsors. So, and I think about this time I realized that I need a project to close out the game with determination. And while Panda does Asia 5, plays Marine Research Expedition with marketing he got from 5 CP, and overtakes us in points, I then decide to take a cards action and snap small animals, because that's our project that we can use for determination. And Panda spends 4 X tokens to release the vulture. So that's 10 points for 89. Does not donate, but takes an animal's action right after, Fennec Fox, and a wolf for perfectly 100 points cross. So this went fast. All the time I was ahead, but then he really caught up with 5 primates, 5 Asia, and the vulture release. Let's look at his end games. He shouldn't have meerkat den, yeah, only 1 Herbie. But he does have Taco, I think. Yeah, he has Taco. But we have no endgame sponsors and only 1 for specialized habitat. So let's see. We obviously start with our project, which is maxed out small animals. Very lucky. not every game that you can support this for 4 CP. And we do get an animals action. Also bear in mind that we get 1 rep from the penguin, which is very important here. We draw from the deck a taper, which is, oh, let me think. It's 5 plus Asia, 6 points. But the octopus is actually 4 plus Australia, another CP. So that would be 7 points. However, I didn't notice in the game, so I played the taper, or maybe I was hoping to find something better. Also gives the rep. And I find a Tassie Devil, which is not playable. Slow Worm, which is not that nice. And Sponsorship Lions, which is pretty nice, but yeah, not playable. We don't have the time. So I play the Penguin. Rep is not that important anymore. 6 points. And what do we find? We do find a Designer Zoo, at least for 2 CP. So it's incredibly close. And Panda only has Favorite Zoo for 2. And because of the projects, we win this game. 109 to 109. So Panda had 2 CP Favorite Zoo plus 1 CP for Taco. I only had 2 CP Designer Zoo, which I found last move, so very lucky. And yeah, I have 5 supported projects. Panda only has 4. So this is the tiebreaker, and I luckily did manage to win this game, squeeze out a win here. It was 30 turns, I can tell you. And yeah, that was very, very lucky. But yeah, very happy to beat Panda once more. I think I could have played it better with my start and all the projects I had lined up. But yeah, after that I played some more games and currently sitting in rank 81 with 1912 points. Actually, I'm pretty glad to be in top 100 again. It was kind of a struggle with Marine Worlds for me, but now I feel like I'm playing better and slowly working my way up. Yeah, I hope Panda you enjoyed the review. As you said, you wanted a review from it. And of course, all you guys, leave your comments. What did you think about the game? And see you next time. Bye bye.